if I could just put my hand on somebody's head and just transfer that emotion straight to them, I would do that, but I can't. And I don't want to be literal in words. So I need some medium in which we can both be bridged together. And that is the work. I was actually trained as a documentary photographer, and it would often occur to me that there's a certain kind of authority that comes with photography, in the sense that it's an optical rendition of something real. You accept it as a reality or a form thereof. Whereas in illustration, it's more of an expressive process in regards to how you create the line, form, and function. It's a blank canvas. I wanted to be able to take that photographic realism, take out the chunks and the pieces that I wanted, move them around as I wanted, and then render as freehand, but also pick up the optical reality as I went through that process towards the end image. I wanted to make the images quite large, 3 feet or more, to be able to actually engage in all the detail when you stand in front of it 3 or 4 feet away. There is a tale to be told, so to speak. There's something going on there that I'm trying to convey, the visual symbolism and the way the elements are juxtaposed and how they interact. There is no point in asking me, what does it mean or why is it like that? Because I have set up these scenarios, these vignettes within the image to trigger a reaction in the viewer that is theirs. I'm hoping that you're going to get the same thing that I'm trying to convey, but without literally writing it down and explaining it. This is as close as I can get to be saying what I need to say. My process is actually one of scavenging images that I usually take, which becomes like a catalogue of objects, people, situations, environments, even textures. When I start a new piece, I have a blank canvas, or rather file, in front of me, and I go through all the recent photos that I have been collecting, and I slowly build and edit out. Then I manipulate, scale, distort, and then there's lots of blank areas that I start to fill in purely by hand. So the photo montage is a way that I can sketch, and then as I render it, it's another transformation into another realm that is beyond, again, photography or just purely free hand-rendered work. So the process begins kind of in a cold, calculated kind of way as to the ingredients, but then as I'm cooking it, so to speak, and tasting and trying and adding and taking out, then there's another organic journey that I don't know how it's going to go exactly, and it develops to a point where I can see that it's coming to a conclusive end. And once I feel that I've arrived at that, then I simply stop. Like a good hairdresser, you have to know when to stop. The reason why the work is monochrome is simply because it serves my purpose. I mean, every color to everybody has a certain emotion, a certain connotation, and they would be attracting the eye and triggering emotions before you even got to look at the line work, which is the actual parts that represent the narrative, the story, or the moments, the capturing of a fraction of a second of a play of some kind that's going on. I began to realize that the work was becoming a series. Each image is almost like a collection of sutras that is ongoing and is looking at a different aspect of human psyche. If anyone's familiar with the Sutras of Patanjali, the book, I think it's 198 suggestions on ideas for life. It's almost like meeting a friend in the bar when your mind is confused or just full of frustrations, and they sit and they talk to you and give you a different perspective. And me doing my thing is just my little part of that in my own way.